In public school, you present in front of your classmates or to an auditorium in person, dressed nicely. In online school, you're behind a computer screen. More often than not, you're sleepy or stressed, and you're in the comfort of your own home, in your pajamas most of the time, away from the anxiety of public school, just like most have chosen to be. Being at home clearly negates the entire basis of public speaking. Therefore, public speaking in an online school should not be a requirement. Public speaking classes in an online school, where students more often than not have chosen to be away from other young adults and to avoid presenting to them, hearing them mess up or stutter, or even something as simple as walking across the classroom. More often than not, they are here to avoid all of that and the anxiety brought on by their peers. It is an unnecessary hoop to jump through to get to graduation, as well as a trigger for many emotional and social disorders. Public speaking classes cause anxiety, unnecessary stress, and panic, none of which are conducive to learning or the motivation to attend a class, and they place children under emotional distress, which can trigger a number of health problems such as anxiety attacks, panic attacks, or even hives in some cases, which are all, in most cases, able to be a event where it can cause a student to go to the emergency room because they can't breathe, their chest tightens up. Public speaking is not conducive to a healthy learning environment. These classes are a hindrance. As a student with an anxiety disorder, particularly brought on by social settings as well as the potential judgment of peers, I chose to be placed in an online school where I can avoid settings and classes such as public speaking and proms and presentations, as well as necessary actions as simple as eating lunch where there's hundreds of students around me. And as a student in an online school, public speaking classes and their assignments do more harm than good and fail to recreate a legitimate public speaking scenario and education. Therefore, a solution to these hindrances and hoops and anxiety attacks for most students, public speaking should not be a requirement for graduation in an online school. Online is very, very typically intended for a flexible schedule, leeway on classes that students have to take, as well as being placed in online school to avoid such things as anxiety attacks. And as an online school student, I can honestly say that at this moment, I'm experiencing anxiety. Students who are in online school, whether it be by their parents' choice or their own choice, very, very typically have some form of anxiety disorder and would prefer to do their schoolwork in the comfort of their own home without classes, without proms, without any social setting that will force them to do something outside of their comfort zone. And forcing a student in an online school where there is no public setting, they're in their pajamas, as I am at the moment, in my own room, forcing them to do these assignments and their class and be in this class is unreasonable and causes unnecessary emotional distress, as well as taking focus away from more important classes that provide a legitimate education rather than focusing on something that they already know how to do, like talking. I understand that there are requirements for being a professional public speaker. Learning those things in high school should not be a requirement. You learn those things as you grow, as you become an adult, as you present PowerPoints to your boss for a promotion or a raise. Presenting these things and speeches and demonstrations are unnecessary, more often than not ridiculous, just because of the assignments. We can't choose the topics. And again, these things all add up to being a hindrance and just another hoop to jump through to get to graduation. Public speaking should not be a requirement for an online school student.